so much about the timing. They flipped. I keep asking if I should, I can go in and change it so it's always A equals true and B equals false. And every time I bring it up, someone's like, nah. Yeah, sorry again for the timing. Thank you again for the gift. I really appreciate them. I was gonna say, by the way, before I got super distracted, and then capitalized on by Bezos, I am actually very interested in doing some kind of MTG related thing, but I don't know if Arena is it. I'm actually keeping an eye on Forge, which is like a deck building tool, I think. It's like a deck building and testing tool. Capitalize me, Captain. But they're working on an adventure game mode. And I've been checking in on that to see whether I want to go through that, but I don't know how finished it is. But either that or Chandelar, the old PC game, is more the type of thing I'd like to do. Keyboard's bed broke, I didn't notice. Model is adorable, you love the ears? Thank you so much. This is a free-to-use base put out there by Scoots. So I really appreciate that they put it out there just for people to use. It's been extremely helpful. I'm also extremely lucky that a variant of it just looks so close to what I was going for. Can't beat free, it's true. I'm getting there slowly. I got back from an artist recently about having like proper designs done, which is the first step. Since your success, I feel the presence of a god here. Strength, longevity, and a mourning that stretches eternally, I found in the bellies of the foulest of beasts and villains, but seen only by those ascended to godhood. I am glad to have underestimated you, for I deal only with God. An offer, newly ascended. Give unto me a name, and we shall be fellows in enterprise. I have precious articles for a being such as you. I need a name for the being. They are slightly moon-coded. I guess they can be Moon Mommy Emrakul. Marimbas? No, that's a better idea. It's not even Marindas. It's just close. And thus our contract is struck. Bring me the god tears and I shall reward you in turn. Oh. It card. Reaching tree. Any path carved by branch or root. Travel to any chamber in a row of the adventure map. Gotcha. Our inaugural transaction. Some items may hold powers you cannot yet fathom. May they serve you well. Yay. Oh my gosh, a new doctrine already? It's the last one. Does one find peace in rest or glory in labor? From a ritual at your temple declaring a day of rest, your followers will not work that day and gain plus 80 faith. Or a ritual which allows your followers to work through 3 days and nights without getting tired. No. When these guys put me in charge, I promise to take care of them. Doctrine, give me a cure. I've got a fever that I can't ignore. A fever for more cowbell. I would have given them a day of rest right now, but they're so stonked out of their gourds it doesn't even make a difference. So, what's the point? Stonked out of their gourds, what's the point? Or what's the difference? I did mean zonked, but that is what I said. The base is an eyesore. We need beauty to celebrate your glory. Let us build decorations in your honor. I can just say no. I lose nothing. He's already forgotten. Yeah, you like that, don't you, little bot? Me when I'm stomped out of my cord. Oh, if only. Oh, disciples pray at the shrines to give boosts while crusading. Excellent. I've never been so fortunate to be stonked, let alone out of my gourd. I've been woefully within my gourd for far too long, I would say. Peapod, are you okay? I'm sorry, I thought you liked that kind of play. Intimidated by leader. I will work harder, I promise. There should be a way to bring one of your followers on a crusade with you. Train them to be a holy knight. I would love that. Peapot only knows how to eat dirt and lie. Oof. Whose fault is that, though? Sounds like a parenting issue to me. You're not saying it's a bad thing. Facts is facts. Hey, if he's into eating dirt and lying. Who am I to make that into a bad thing? Oh, the magnificent mixed meal actually stops followers from dissenting. Look at that, you actually get to eat. You're so lucky. Bonono and Yuki have become friends? Oh, good for them. Oh no, everyone's fine. I saw the hunger gauge and I was like, wait a minute. But they're gonna cook food. Certainly. Certainly they'll cook food. What would I sacrifice to get Kafka pliers off on the graph? That sounds... I shudder to... I shudder to list to anything because it might actually happen. I don't know the extent of Kafka pliers' reach. This sounds like a Fey bargain in the making. I would sacrifice the amount of ink from an ink pen required to sign the signature. Let me be very specific, just in case. Excellent, thank you. That's an extremely cute emote, by the way. If I think that was airtight, ooh, but I can't wait till I find a Ring of Wishes in Pathfinder. It doesn't matter what I think is airtight if my character goes to make a wish in Pathfinder. I'm unfortunately bound by what character would do, but not in the toxic way. Oh my gosh. Everyone became gravely ill and will die in a few days. Give me like a minute, please. I guess I'm going back to base. You started playing Pathfinder recently? I have never been in a long-running game, but I'm super excited. Are you playing first edition or second edition? There's no wrong answer to that question. One-E? How are you finding it? Because I really like it, though the though I take some issues with the with the way things are presented. As someone who just came into it, well, not recently, but somewhat recently in Pathfinder years, it's kind of a lot, or at least it was for me. It's so much more complicated than 5e. Exactly. It's like you can tinker around with it, right? Nodders, indeed. Oh wait, they all just got cured, never mind. I was gonna start taking care of people's needs, but I guess chat just did it for me. We're all exhausted. Please let us have a break. We wish to observe the Sabbath. Absolutely. Oh, this is what the problem was. It's right here. What's wrong with you? It was your introduction. I prepared... Oh, actually, my introduction was Vampire the Masquerade. But we never actually got to play it. I just had the books. They were my dad's. And I tried to get my friends into it, but we, What are you scheming in the graveyard? Listen. I'm going to bully the crap out of this worm. You've heard of it, but never played or even seen it? It's, Jar left with 100 gold. Ah. You played one session of the 4E starter box? Mine was the old, like, 90s Masquerade. It was a D10 system. Instead of adding your stat to your die roll, you just roll that many D10s. And if I remember correctly, you need a certain number of successes for each thing. A success is any die that lands over a 5. It might be 5 or over. Or it might be 6 or over. If any of them are 1s, you subtract that from the total. If any of them are 10s, I think you get to re-roll the lowest die or something like that. Now that's the basic gameplay loop. It's much more skill-focused and narrative-focused. I still never got to play it, though. I almost got to play Changeling, which is the same system, but for little fairy kids. Well, fairies in general. Yeah. Yes, D6 systems remind me of it a lot. So that was my introduction. I guess I played one session of it with a group that was actually playing. Me and my silly middle school friends never got it off the ground. And then I was preparing to play 3.5 with my husband and some of his friends. But no one wanted to run it, so I'm like, okay, fine, I guess I'll run it. I guess I'm going to read the book from beginning to end and remember every rule, because of course that's what you need to do, right? Right? PSA, you do not need to do that. And it's a bad idea, generally. Yeah, that's pretty much the same experience I've had across most RPGs. Every game you've tried eventually falls apart. I mean, it's like divorce rates, right? Except it's not really, because there is such a thing as a game just reaching a satisfying conclusion and everyone walking away happily. But given enough time, you know, scheduling conflicts, someone has to move away, or in many cases, you just can no longer tolerate people. Couldn't be me. Yeah. Oh, they all got little Hawaiian shirts for their vacation. You keep getting some pretty rough groups. I am so sorry. It's extremely hard. I kind of fell out of the idea of getting random groups online or even locally. And I kind of just decided it's like, okay, fine, I'll just like try to get a friend group and play with them. It looks like that worked, oddly enough. Well, remains to be seen. I'm not saying stop trying. I realized how that came out. But I was pretty disheartened about it very recently. Your friends keep saying they'll play until you schedule something. Oh my gosh. It's like, look, all I'm asking is for you to show up. I'm doing all the work over here. Wait, one other thing. Also learn the rules as they pertain to your character. But that's probably too much to ask, so just do the first thing. Oh, I got so sick. Oh, that's nice. And then right after that noise, Nimbus and Suri became friends. Good for them. I got so sick of, like, putting in a ton of effort for game groups. And then getting the feeling that, I was asking a lot from them to just, like, show up and play nice. Anyway, games are fun, right? I got into Commander recently. That's been fun. A game of that's really quick, but it's not really the same thing at all. It is socializing, though, and that's been nice. Games are fun. You're being eaten? Help? You're fine. Such a vicious kid. That's me. In many ways. Very round head, too scary to eat. Oh, I am, but I was just rolling with it. Oh! Hold on. I understand what happened now. And I'm slightly embarrassed, but not... not as much as I probably should be. I'll hold the L and learn from it. Well, I imagine what actually happened was you have a pet cat, and they were doing that thing that cats do, which is bite the ones they love. Which is, not what I thought was happening, which is... I thought I was being called a vicious kitten just because I said you'll be fine when you said you're being eaten. Look, I've been called worse. I've been called worse things that make less sense. Yeah. Most people aren't, but, you know, sometimes on twitch.tv. Thank you for the head pats, Isa. This is somehow even creepier than when they were here. Little lamb, I feel you there. Darkwood has not forgotten me yet. I can still find you in my woods. That being said, I did just kind of start getting into Twitch. Like, I never watched it before. And I have to give them credit for genuinely being, it seems, a cool community. Like, I kind of thought the whole internet was turning into Twitter, which, imagine living in that nightmare. Oh my gosh. Oh, you too? You started in April? Yeah. Yeah, that sums up the feeling, doesn't it? When was... It was, February, right? Or no, late March for me. There, now it's all normal again. This weird pink, white, and blue flag started following you around. Oh, yeah, that guy. It's easier to just get comfortable with it, in my experience personally. I can definitely empathize with how intimidating it seems when it just kind of crawls out and goes, hey. You're ready to make a lot of really hard choices. Weird how flags do be doing that. I'll take the reaching tree, thank you. But I hope it's been a pleasant experience so far. It has been for me. I haven't been part of a community in my entire adult life, it feels like. And it feels pretty good. The streaming thing. The other thing was separate. I can't imagine having both of them at the same time. That sounds, pretty full on. Use a random damaged relic? Okay, I guess. Yeah, I just made a community. You ever try just making one? It's easy. Step 1. Fill a Discord channel with people who specifically can tolerate you. That is the one thing they all have in common. You feel too welcome sometimes? I can kind of get that too. It's alien. I think alien is a fitting phrase. Yeah. It's like someone who's been doing this for a while kind of reached out to me recently, and I was like, okay, so who's standing behind you? Like, daring you to do this? Who put you up to treating me nice when no one's watching, huh? But so far, no one has crawled out of the bushes and started laughing yet. And if any of them try to, Isaac usually just vaporizes them, so that's been helpful. Oh, a card? Thank you. Fervor replenishes fully. It's a per combat ability. Oh, I thought my card allowed me to just go. Oh my goodness. I forgot. Wait, thank you. I was so confused for a second because I misremembered that you gifted someone else instead of just stuffing yourself. I'm so sorry. But thank you so much. For followers who like to frolic. Aren't you a lamb of the finest taste? A connoisseur of fashion. That's all I have at the moment. You like to frolic? I see. Implied request received. Hopped in trying to get your friend the teddy dog thing from Twitch drops. Are Twitch drops working? Are drops enabled? But you plan on coming back now? Why thank you. Oh, that makes sense. Did it work? I hope it worked. Oh. I am so sorry. I literally saw that as I was launching Call to the Lamb, and I was like, huh. Oh well. I was a little bitter because they did one recently with, what is it, Apple TV? And I was like, psh, I'm not gonna try to get people to sub for me by shilling for Apple TV. Well, thank you very much anyway. I think maybe it gave it to you because you gifted the sub. But I don't know how it works either. I have even less of an idea. It was annoying because the Apple TV still showed on non-affiliate channels. That's so annoying. Did it show on mine? I thought you had to enable that kind of thing. Oh, that one was on by default. I see. Well, I hope I remember to turn it off. Not that I want to rob people of their Apple TV, but I don't want to pressure people into spending money just for Apple TV. I don't even know what Apple TV is. I assume it's Apple. Oh, thank you for the headbands. Apple Netflix. Oh, you got the code for it, but never used it. Milk has reached old age. That's terrible news. I admit, when you popped in and just gifted, I was a little on guard. I was like, But no, you seem really cool. I'm glad there was actually a reason. No, it's fine. It was just like, abnormal behavior detected. No, it's okay. I'm skittish, so things just spook me. Previously, my sister heard about the channel, made an account, and then immediately followed me. And I was like putting out all point bulletins like, everyone watch this person. This account is like 2 minutes old and followed me. What is going on? No, it's okay. It's just like what you were talking about with, people are being nice. What's the angle? Which, to get a drop from a video game, if it works, I do not mind. I'll take the Bane Hammer. Chance of poisoning enemies when attacking. Yeah, whatever. Going to go on a baking spree. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't buy any treats at first. I figured, yeah, it's okay, it's expensive, and we're gonna have so many cookies in the house. Baning. But you are going to start baking. It fits so perfectly. What do you mean you meant baning? We have been enjoying the, Oh, you get the Bane Hammer. The Bane, everyone. So, you think darkness is your ally? I'm sorry, my Bane voice is ruined because of the, Netflix show. Not Netflix, what is it on? Is it on Binge for us? The Harley and Ivy and the Harley and Ivy spin-off. It's not even called Harley and Ivy, is it? Is it? My appreciation of Bane skyrocketed with that characterization. I am still a villain, just like everyone else, so why don't you show me some respect? Okay. Right, man, hell yeah. Now whenever I think of the Bane voice, I have to do it in, like, a sad, dejected tone. Oh, welcome back, Queen. I should ask. There's multiple ways to go about it. Colorless? Emrakul? I should explain, by the way, since I've called you that twice now. That's just a character in Magic the Gathering who's colorless and big. Big isn't powerful. It's a compliment, I assure you. I don't remember ever fighting this boss before. Oh, wait, hold on. Wrong guy. Never mind. Misplaced bit. Have I ever been jump scared by the plastic bottle popping? I hate to admit it, but yes, you're not alone. I mean, I assume that's why you asked the question, but maybe not. You don't gotta own up to anything. Oh my gosh. Yours keeps doing it and you jump every time. I'm not eating any of the followers, don't worry. Ow. I don't know. The one who waits looks pretty into it. It was just a micro scare. I like a little micro scare every once in a while to keep the heart regulated. Eat milk before it spoils! Oh man, I wish I thought of that. You've been steeled in the trenches of Jackson boxes. Stay hydrated. Absolutely. I don't have a redeem for it, despite the norm. No one can tell me when to drink. Why is everyone so upset? Oh, they're starving. Great meals have spawned at the cooking fire. Oh, look at you. You're so independent. Feeding yourselves. We stand a sipping mouse. I'm sipping constantly for my invisible straw. And no one can ever tell when it happens. Can we pour a bucket of water over you? Like the I Need a Hero song? I have seen people doing that. I could set that up. I think that's how 60s Hydrate Redeem works. Wait, no, not 60s. 60s is something much different. Or maybe I'm thinking of the Hydrate exclamation point question mark. Oh, someone a bunch of water bottles. I can do that. I just don't have a... I was going to say a sipping animation, but how would that make sense? Sorry, I got a little meta there for a second. If you stream without a crazy straw, what are you even doing? Get your head in the game, absolutely. Oh, I do use tits, yes. So I could easily huck the water bottles. You keep hearing about tits, but what's the actual name? That is the actual name, but it's an anagram, unfortunately. Googling tits does not... Ow. That was the Twitch integrated throwing system at work. Yes. It's on itch.io. Is where I purchased it from. It is purchasable. Which is to say, it costs a month. Which I'm not saying like, oh, so it's not like you'll... I'm just warning. Because a lot of things on itch.io are free. And I'll shut up now. Thank you for the head pats. There you go. There is a slight learning curve, but it's not too bad. It's not as bad as StreamerBot, for instance. But I did have to check the manual to figure out how to do some things. I should probably streaming is so complicated. Well, that's kind of the part I like the most about it. It's as complicated as you want to make it, in a way. If I have an excuse to talk about it, I'll talk about it. You like to see a chain pool followed by a waterfall? I can get that done. I'm not sure about a chain pool. No, I can do a chain pool. If I can just find the animations for it. The only thing is I won't be able to look. No one take what I'm about to say out of context. I won't be able to look wet for you when you do that. At least until I start getting some wet assets. I'll be wet in spirit, absolutely. Moist in spirit, if not moist in fur. By the way, we do have a follower here up for grabs if people want to do the thing. The thing should be somewhere on the app now. I think that's how it works. Where you can do it before the raffle, and then... and then set it up so it goes in. Thank you, Ice. I'm so glad we won't be able to... I'm so glad that's always going to be remembered now. You chose to break the quote in quite the perfect way. This person is virtuous, coprophilic, and unlawful. Virtuous, unlawful? Couldn't be me. It is your job. You and I have the same favorite food. Never. But yeah, I have historically always gotten into projects and then dropped them. And it's like, streaming seems perfect for that. The Royal Uber How dare you associate those two terms? I'm sorry, but even if Uppy begs, I'm not going to cook the forbidden dish. I need to do what's best for you. I've got a responsibility to look after you guys. You're all about colliding worlds. Well, I do like worlds colliding. I'm not a fan of those two terms. Usually pretty bad about it. But now you have people yelling at you to do it. Oh, about drinking water. Fine, I'll feed you. Oh no. What did I come in here to even do? Oh, right. No, I remember what I came in here to do. I was going to ascend milk, but I think that might actually be kind of a waste of milk. Okay, okay, I'll feed you, I'll feed you. Look, see, we've got... Ooh, egg meal. I'm not laughing for any reason. Is that when you ask your mom really nicely if you can have the girl's toy just because you're not into Hot Wheels this time? I got 72, I should use it up. You're right. Shoot. Everyone's all fed anyway. You have to. I made food. Look, he's eating. Where is Soup? I need to actually get these guys to do work. There's like nowhere for them to work. What was I yapping about? Oh, right. You can just pick up and drop projects, and there's so many different things and areas where you can fiddle. You have a little bit of Photoshop skills? Okay, you can make an overlay. You got, like, a little bit of... Like... You can code, like, a little bit? Well, you can do a little bit of a bot. It's been a lot of fun. And whenever I start to get tired of one thing, I can just move on to another thing. Or paint.net skills, absolutely. I can't see Soup anywhere. He was just sitting there crying. I'll reassure him. I'll give him some positive some positive reinforcement for a change. Well, I can't collect the reward from Soup because Soup doesn't exist. Soup's been a lie this entire time, as far as I can tell. Why is it so pathetic? It's perfect. If only I could find... Nope. It's got the bully trait. Terrified, sits in a corner and cries. Yeah, he's a jerk. That's what it is. It's a jerk, likes to cause mischief, and apparently that... Did you just ban it because it stole 81 coins? Go to sleep. Oh! Soup's nocturnal, I forgot. It took my lunch money. It's still here, it can still do that. It just can't chat now. By the way, quick little reassurance for anyone who saw that. Furry bot got banned. It's Isa's joke bot, don't worry. We don't ban actual human beings as a joke. Only pretend human beings. Shh, joke bot. That's all I've ever seen it do. It will be. Oh no, are you okay? There's 2 unoccupied beds, Alma. What are you doing? Oh, it what? Oh! Oh! Oh. Isa, I'll be honest. When I found out it was your actual stream bot, I felt a little bit of emotional connection to it and immediately felt bad for how we've been treating it. I thought it was just made up for the bit. I felt an empathy towards an object. Google's Gemini is getting to me. Squadalupe! We have beds. What are you all doing? Oh, thank you for the pats. Not tired enough to sleep. That's fine. I think I'm gonna go to break and then I'm just gonna go and crusade again. Well. Okay, hold on. They just started. We'll do a sermon, then go to break. Peapot likes it by design, it's okay. That's right, I forgot. It's how Peapot wants to be treated. You didn't zone out? You zoned out? I'm so sorry you zoned in, I'm about to go to break. I'm not sorry you zoned in. I'm sorry you zoned in now. It's a nice way to zone out. Okay. I'm going to serve some food. At least partially. Fantastic. Rat skeleton. And specificity, too. Okay. Now I'll go to break and go crusade again. See you in a few.